Hey everybody, Griff and Albert here at Twin Cities Peppers. Today is August 2nd, 2020, and we got our 6th update of the year. I know these updates are a little bit spaced apart. This is just kind of what I can get to each week. So yeah, bear with me, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of talk about a few things here. First highlight is just the number of flowers on this plant here. This is one of the ones that was severely over fertilized. But it's really growing a lot, and it's really putting on a lot of flowers, which is really good. And then this pepper here, just the gnarliest looking thing I've ever seen. It's going to be even gnarlier in the coming weeks. Second thing, the size of this TS Moruga Yellow times Yellow Brain strain is something that I've never seen before. If you look at this leaf here, just ridiculous, absolutely insane. That's my disc golf basket, and you know, if my disc golf basket was the size of this plant, you know, I think I'd be a lot better at disc golf. I'd make my putts, everybody would be happy. So let's jump right into it, starting with our Carolina Reaper mystery cross. Tony over at Primal's Peppers, if you're watching this, thank you for coming up with that name. He came over, I gave him some of these peppers and told him it was a mystery cross, and he texted me later with the name, the Griff Reaper. So this is officially the Griff Reaper. You can see it's putting out a lot of shoots that are coming out as the days are getting shorter. Plants want to stretch and reach towards the sun, so you'll see a lot more of the shoots kind of extending out. This is also due to ripening pods. Once pods that are on it start ripening, it sends a signal to the plant to say, okay, we need to grow more sites for flowers, and some of the dormant shoots will all of a sudden begin to grow and grow really fast. So you can see all the peppers on this. You can see why I know it's a cross. It's the mystery Griff Reaper. Definitely not a Carolina Reaper. So this is the Griff Reaper. Just doing really well. So Griff Reaper. Next up, I was just talking about it. This is our TS Moruga Yellow times Yellow Brain strain. This is me. This is it. It is huge, very big, very plump, large, nasty, uniform pods on it. And I'm sure there'll be a lot more in the coming month and a half. So that's the TS Moruga Yellow times Yellow Brain strain. Next up, we have our Ahi White Fantasy. It's the white variant of the Ahi Fantasy, and you can see it is doing very well. I've had to put some material around the stakes here to kind of hold it up. This is kind of my solution to this. These pods are really hard to tell when they're ripe, so I've just been kind of looking for, see that darker yellow? That's what I'm looking for there, versus the two white ones on the side that are unripe. Next plant, same thing with this. Pods are kind of hard to tell. This is the Sugar Rush Cream. None of these are ripe from what I can tell. This one right here looks to be ripe. If you guys have grown the Sugar Rush Cream and know kind of what it looks like when it's ripe, if you'd comment down in the description, that would be absolutely fantastic. But this is doing well. Again, more shoots coming up. And then another thing, you guys, if you watched my last video, a lot of the peppers have been over fertilized. So I just got kind of aggressive on it and learned my lesson. You know, these things can't all take the same amount of nutrients. I was basing it off of the biggest one that was able to eat up all the nutrients it was given, and I just gave everything else the same. So if you can selectively fertilize, or just tone back the amount of fertilizer you guys are giving, if the bottle calls for, you know, 1 tablespoon per gallon, then do ½ tablespoon per gallon and work your way up. That's what I was going to do. That's what I'm going to do next year. I just got too aggressive and too greedy, but these things are all bouncing back really, really well. So with that being said, This is the Sugar Rush Cream. You can see it's extending its limbs, reaching for the sky, as all plants do that, in search of sun. So that's our Sugar Rush Cream. Next up is our Scotch Brain. You can see, again, you can see these random shoots that are kind of coming up, extending out. It means it's about to be ready, ripening, and it's going to start really putting out a lot of ripe pods. I'm pretty sure there's a couple on here. Yep, in the back. I'll show you these. Scotch Brain, it's a Scotch Bonnet cross. It's a Scotch Bonnet Yellow times 7-pot brain strain, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, you can see there's some peppers on there. It's a very low center of gravity plant. It hangs pretty low to the ground, so it's a really, really nice plant, but yeah, I wish it grew a little bit taller. So it's our Scotch Brain. And this here, you guys, originally I had mixed it up. I think I just had a lot of mix-ups with naming today, or this year. There's like 3 or 4 or 5 potential plants that were mixed up, but so far I've got them all right. But this one is at question. So this one is supposed to be the peach Reaper. We'll see if that is still the Peach Reaper, but the Peach Reaper is supposed to have long tails, but I didn't know it was supposed to be this long. I had another plant in here, Jay's Peach Ghost times Carolina Reaper, which is right here, and you can see these pods on there. These were supposed to have tails, extremely long tails, and these are looking more like a ghost pepper variety. So there's a few different crosses with ghost pepper that I bought, so that might be one of those. I don't know if it's the Jay's Peach Ghost times Carolina Reaper, but this one looks kind of more like it. We'll see what happens. Right now this is a Peach Reaper apparently, but judging by that tail, it could very well be the Reaper times Jay's Peach Ghost. So we'll find out, but you could see all the flowers on there doing really well. This is one of my pretty over fertilized plants. You can see that the leaves really curled on that one. So the new growth on this is looking really well. You can see just the new leaves are looking really good, so really happy about that. Next up, you guys, we got our caramel bit jalokia. You can see how many peppers are on there. A lot of peppers. Some of them kind of getting a little bit of end rot, which is probably why some of these are ripening. And you guys, if you guys have like peppers ripening when you're not expecting them to ripen, like I expected these things to ripen a lot longer ago, or not for a while, I mean, chances are it's starting to rot towards the bottom, and the pepper will actually try to ripen itself quicker than it normally would. So you'll end up with a very small pepper that maybe has like a little bit rotted seeds, but the plant will actually try to ripen that quicker just to kind of get it off. So that's kind of what's happening on a few of these. Not all of them. There's so many on here right now. It's probably just, yeah, see that thing just basically fell off. But not a big deal. I have plenty of peppers on here. You can see all over here. Yeah. So that's the caramel bit jalokia, doing really well, very well. All these are doing really well. I mean, look at that, crazy, absolutely crazy. So let me get in here. I kind of removed this plant, and it's a good time for me to do the update, which is why I'm doing it now, because that plant is down on the ground and I'm able to get in here. So next thing is the 7-pot gigantic orange. This plant is doing what it's supposed to. It's supposed to be about 3 feet in diameter by 3 feet tall, and that's what it's done. I might have to move this to the end because it's getting kind of cut off from all the other peppers around it. But you can see it's got a lot of peppers on there for the size, and some ripe ones on there as well. So the 7-pot gigantic orange, looking great. Next up is the Bootleg Bubblegum 7-pot chocolate. See how big this plant is. It's actually all the way around. It's hard to distinguish, what leaves are which up here. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of view as to how big that was. Here's some ripe peppers on there. Bootleg Bubblegum 7-pot chocolates, obviously, and chocolate color. There's a few on there. And the reason I have so many on here that are not picked yet, I like to pick, maximum once a week, just because I can't do anything with 5 or 6 peppers from one variety. I'd like to have a bunch to work with, so that's why I kind of leave these on there, and then I pick them in bunches. So it's a Bootleg Bubblegum 7-pot chocolate. Moving down the line here, try not to break any branches here. This is our Moruga Scorpion. You can see it's obviously extending out again. Big branch coming out there. This thing is actually just really massive. Very wide plant. See, it's put them on more flowers again. About ready to put on some more peppers because we got a bunch of ripening right now. So you can see all the flowers on there, looking really good. Really happy with it. Really happy with everything. I'm extremely happy. Got a big smile on my face every time I walk out here. So that was the end goal. And yeah, let me show you underneath here, under the hood, so to speak. Get down here without breaking anything. Okay, here we go. You can see the Moruga Scorpion. Very typical of the Moruga right there. Awesome looking pepper. Really awesome looking pepper. Surprisingly, it's not as loaded as I would have anticipated it being. Really not as big as I thought it would be, but or not as full and loaded with peppers as I thought it would be. But still, I'm gonna have enough peppers, so there's gonna be no shortage. If you look around here, there's no shortage of peppers around here at all. At all. So get out of here a little bit.
What just happened out there?
And this is the Moruga Scorpion. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get in here. Let me see here. Here's my Aleppo Pepper. You guys can see that. Do got one ripening down there. Hope you guys can see that. If you can, I'll come out and give you another view later. But Aleppo peppers the plant doesn't typically get too much bigger than this, but this one's about as big as they get. And again, this one's kind of intruding on its space, but you can see that's the plant right there. And again, every time I'm doing this update, I'm going to tell you guys it's the best pepper ever, and I highly recommend you get them. I get mine from chiliplants.com for those seeds. You can find the link in my description and a couple of my videos, but chiliplants.com is where I get those seeds from. Moving on is our Moruga Red Monster. This plant is weighed down quite a bit. You can see there all the peppers on here. Absolutely insane. We got a couple of ripe ones actually, and these are the big dogs that I've been waiting to ripen for a long time. And that is just ridiculous. Obscene. And then we got all these. So many peppers. Such large peppers, man. I'm excited to do something with these. So, it's a Moruga Red Monster. Moving on. This is our purple pumpkin, and holy crap, is this thing really taken off. Sent out a lot of new shoots that have just gotten absolutely massive. It's got a little praying mantis hanging out there. I don't know if you can see him, but yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He's probably one of about 100 mantises in this garden, probably. I got a lot in this backyard, so it's really awesome to see them. But yeah, we got some ripe peppers on here, and it's gonna be loading up again. So it's a purple pumpkin. Next, we have our Aleppo Scorpion, and look at that thing. Yucky. I mean, that's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So those things are ready to pick. I gotta get those off there, but there's gonna be a lot more coming where that came from. So it's Aleppo Scorpion. Next up, our chocolate Scotch bonnet. And look, there's another praying mantis right there. This is our chocolate Scotch bonnet. Look how beautiful these peppers are. I mean, they're just absolutely look like candy. Shiny and just beautiful. So there's our chocolate Scotch bonnet. Next up is our Freeport orange Scotch bonnet. Putting out a lot of new shoots. It's gonna really load up. Absolutely, it's gonna be loaded. So this is our Freeport orange Scotch bonnet. You can see under here that there's some ripe pods through there. As you can see, at least one, not multiple, I guess, but there will be more coming. The in-ground plants, Carolina Reaper, hasn't grown as much as the other one, as the Griff Reaper, because the Griff Reaper, obviously superior. Anything with the name Griff in it is superior, so I'm just kidding. This is the Carolina Reaper. You can see this versus the Griff Reaper. They actually have tails and they're very bumpy, so that's a very typical Carolina Reaper plant right there. Doing great. Here's our Mucho Nacho. Got a few ripening pods under there. And then over here is going to be our goat's horn. A few ripe ones there. And I'm going to do my best to kind of get in here and show you guys this stuff, but it's hard to tell. It's hard for me to get in there, so I only get in there when I have to pick the peppers. So we have another Aleppo in there, which is the same as this one right here. And then the purple one sticking up is our Darth Maul. And we have a purple jalapeno down here. And a Reaper times Jay's Peach Ghost, or something else. I'm not sure what it could be, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. My name is Griff Dahlberg, Twin Cities Peppers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like it and want to see some more content. Otherwise, happy gardening, and we'll see you next week.